Hi, Jessica. This is Ting. I'm happy to share my journey to become a compassionate self with you. Firstly, I would like to share the experience of receiving compassion from others. In the past few months, you guide us to do different exercise. Also, you invite us to do a home practice, which was reviewing the day. And I really did this regularly. Although I didn't do it every day, I tried to review once in every 3 to 4 days. After this practice, I noticed some changes in me. The first change is that I become more open in accepting others, caring and kindness. Few weeks ago, I felt very lost and even I couldn't see my value, so I shared a post about my current situation on Instagram. Then some friends approached me and asked me whether I want to have a talk or not. And in the past, I would say, no, I'm fine, I'm okay, because I don't want to increase their burden. But this time, I take the courage to say, I'm not that okay, and tell them how I feel. And they are very supportive. They encourage me a lot, which help me to release some negative feelings and negative thoughts. The second change is that I become more thankful. I guess the reviewing practice did help. It allows me to appreciate what do I possess rather than blaming the bad experience of the day. Few days ago, I realized that I answered a question in law wrongly. And in the past, I would blame myself, but this time I'm grateful that I have friends to comfort me. Reviewing the pre-protest on receiving compassion from others, I got similar results in overall. But I want to highlight the most valuable point here, which is I have a very strong backup. Apart from my good mates, there are many supportive friends around me. Whenever I have any distress or trouble, they care about me a lot. And to be honest, I feel supported and warmth. And more importantly, they made me feel hopeful. Let's take my previous mentioned situation as an example. My friend talked to me as an outsider. She told me that I was valid and I was awesome since I could handle study, family stuff, and work at the same time. And her wordings made me be more motivated to face and review my distress. In fact, I do have a fear at the beginning. As mentioned, I'm afraid that I would cause trouble to the others, and it made me hesitate about whether I should accept their help or not. To overcome this thought, I try to tell myself that they take the initiative to help me, reflected that they have the strength and capacity to do so. And it is my blessing that there are lots of helping hands around me, and I should treasure them. And this kind of foster my changes. And I would like to share a lyric that recently encouraged me to accept the other's help, which is 由你接住我，即使失了足，創傷總能平復. And I hope you love this lyric too. Next, I would like to share my experience of showing compassion to others. You guide us to develop compassion self in imagery and invite us to bring compassion self into real life. From those imagery practice, I realized that I possess the qualities of showing compassion, which are wisdom, caring, commitment, and strength. And from the exercise of working around the campus, I learned to slow down my pacing and pay more attention to surroundings. For instance, in the past, I would used to walk fast in the street or just play with my phone during traveling, but I seldom pay attention to the others. Now I try to change those habits, and I realize that there are many people need my compassion. Besides, I have more courage to show compassion as now. In the past, I may choose not to help people in need, even I want to I want to do so since I'm afraid that they reject my help. But now I'm more willing to give the helping hand to them. And reviewing the pre-protest on showing compassion to others, they also saw the similar results. The first discovery here is that I have a strong caring intention. This matches with my situation. Once I saw someone who seems need help, I want to give him or her a helping hand. And besides, I got improvement in taking initiative to show compassion, and this matches with my changes too. And from the experience of showing compassion to others, I feel happy when their problems are addressed with my help. And when they say thank you to me, I feel appreciated, and I'm proud that I have ability to help others to overcome their difficulties. And in fact, as mentioned, I'm feared that I will be rejected by others since they don't need my help, especially to strangers. I may hesitate to help or not as I'm not familiar with them, and I'm not sure about whether they prefer help from others or they want to solve the issues by themselves. However, I try to think of the scenes in which they say thank you to me, and also they wear the smiling face after the problem is solved with my help. And I tell myself that it is no big deal that I'm rejected. This kind of imagination and thinking motivates me to take the initiative to help them. Last but not least, here comes my experience of self-compassion. In the lesson, we learned different mindful skills. Until now, I have been practicing soothing rhythm breathing exercise and body scan regularly, as I think they are helpful and they are easy to practice. And the time spent on them keep increasing since I get more familiar with this practice now. And besides, you guide us to do different exercise to have more self-understanding and hence to develop a compassionate self by steps. Moreover, you invite us to conduct a self-compassion project, and I think it helps a lot. Before looking into the outcome, let's have a quick recap of problem encountered by me. I found difficulty in sustaining a work-study life balance, which made me feel distressed. And some signals remind me it's time to face the problem, including poor sleep hygiene, persistent fatigue, feelings of anxiety and sadness. And to alleviate these symptoms, I plan to make a weekly drawing journal and allow myself to have me time activities bi-weekly. And here comes the outcomes. In the past 2 months, I tried to review the experience and feelings in the previous week and record those feelings by drawing in every Saturday. And I drew 9 drawings in total. And some present the feelings of being overwhelmed and tired, while some represent the feelings of calm and empowered. And within the process, I could engage in drawing entirely without thinking too much about my stressful stuff. And I enjoyed it a lot, and I didn't judge whether the drawings were perfect or not. And interestingly, when I reviewed those drawings, I got a new insight. Life feels like a roller coaster. Sometimes we may experience good things and have positive emotions, but sometimes we may experience troubles and feel depressed. And the key point is everything will all pass and everything is going to be fine. And it is not necessary to over-focus on the bad things. And I want to appreciate myself that I already overcame many difficulties. And moving on to the me time activities, I made different desserts, including cookies, cakes, and scones, etc. And again, in the process, I could engage in it entirely. And it's just like a charging method for me. Besides, I share a part of them with my friends. Their appreciation made me feel delighted. And in short, those practice and the project bring me the positive changes. Physically, I have a better quality of sleep and appetite. Still, I feel fatigued and have poor concentration. Probably it is caused by insufficient sleep, as I still have to spend many time on handling all the stuff. Psychologically, I feel exhausted, anxious, and stressed less frequently. Instead, I can stay calm even some deadlines were approaching me, and I think those mindful exercise and the project helped me a lot. Cognitively, the exercise about self-criticism changed me a lot. This exercise let me understand the meaning behind self-criticism, which is the wish of getting improved, and also let me realize that I should take an effective way, which is compassionate self-correction instead of a harmful way, which is shame-based self-criticism. Moreover, I developed a new mindset that I shouldn't be too harsh on myself. Otherwise, the process may not be efficient. And since I found the benefits of those practices, I will keep them as habits in the future. And reviewing the pre-poll test on self-compassion, it is noticed that the results got improved in overall. And I will highlight some key findings. The first thing is that I have a high sensitivity to my distress, and I can be aware of them easily. The second thing is that I become more accepting to my stress and distress. In the past, when I feel stressed, I would blame myself that I was not that capable. But now I realize that life is hard. It is okay to have stress and distress. And there are lots of things that are out of our control, so we do not need to blame ourselves. What's more, it is noticed that I'm more motivated, courageous to cope with stress and distress. In the past, I may choose not to handle my stress and distress. Even I noticed them since I had the mindset that I should spend time on handling all my stuff rather than handling my emotions. Once I handle all the stuff, I would become normal. And at the end, those negative feelings and thoughts accumulate and could have been solved in short time. But now I develop a new mindset that is handling stress and distress on time brings better efficiency. And here are feelings in the way of developing compassion itself. When I practice those mindful exercise and conduct my planned compassion acts, I feel relaxed and kind. And when I look at the upgrades and dessert I made, I feel satisfied. And conducting this action is like a charging process for me. After charging, I feel empowered and more motivated to face the difficulties. In fact, I have doubts that whether compassion act is an excuse to be lazy or not, and whether stop self-criticism will lead to poor performance or not. And to break this mindset, I try to withdraw my own efforts and tell myself that I deserve the compassionate time, and those as are actually fostering the efficiency. Lastly, I have some insights in overall learning process. Firstly, the life is really, really hard. It is okay for everyone to be not okay, and everything will be better if we try to take the courage to show caring to self or others and accept caring from others, and to be reminded that a small act can also be valuable. Secondly, it is normal that we have fears, blocks, or resistance in showing or accepting compassion. The most important is that we should try to understand them and work with them step by enlarging the soothing system. And at the end, I would like to say thank you to you, and thank you for guiding us to taste CMT, and thank you for letting me to have more self-understanding and reflection, and especially the cue card that I made during the second reflective journal, and this project helped me a lot. And this is the end of my sharing, and hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.